Okay, we got the throwback Xfinity Series slate at Darlington Motor Speedway this weekend. This is the preview video, just going over some of the initial drivers who we're kind of high on, or drivers we want to kind of pay attention to as practice and qualifying unfolds. Very, very similar to the Truck Series video. I think it's pretty much the same. It's literally 147 laps again, so it's the same amount of Dominator points. 36.75 for laps led and 66.5 or 66.15 that is for fast laps. So not a ton of Dominator points, but there's still points nonetheless. So you still want to try to focus and get some of those Dominators into your lineup this weekend. It's definitely not a weekend to ignore Dominators and only focus on place differential. It's 1.33 intermediate type of track. It's one of the oldest tracks that I think it is the oldest track that we go to on the NASCAR circuit, and it's definitely a driver's track. It's the Lady in Black, they call it. So, all right. So, like I said, drivers in blue are drivers who were initially kind of high on, guys we initially like, or guys we just want to kind of pay attention to as practice and qualifying unfolds. So, really interesting. I don't know why it says that, but got a couple of cup guys stepping down this weekend. So you got Chase Elliott in the 88. Tyler Reddick will be hopping in the 48 car, which we know has an alliance with RCR, and both of them are priced up in the 10K range. Chase Elliott immediately goes to the top of the board. So the only reason I didn't highlight Chase Elliott is the same reason I didn't really highlight Ross Chastain in the Truck Series was, yeah, he's in good equipment, but he's not, one of the regulars who's in the series. The argument I guess you could make for Chase Elliott is, his equipment is top tier, and maybe Ross Chastain's in the Truck Series is more of like a B team's, equipment. So I think Chase Elliott is interesting. It's just, when you look at how well Noah Gragson, Ty Gibbs, Justin Allgaier, even Josh Berry to an extent have run this season, if you're playing Elliott, most likely you're going to have to sacrifice at least one of those drivers, to substitute them out. So haven't built lines, but you can probably get at least, two of maybe even three, depending how low on the slate you want to go of, Chase Elliott, Noah Gragson, Ty Gibbs, Justin Allgaier, Josh Berry. But I would lean that way. I think Tyler Reddick will run well. I think he has the ability to pick up fast laps. I just don't know if he has the ability to pick up laps led. My only fear with Reddick is, we know he likes to run the wall, and you have to run the wall, to run well here. I'm just afraid, he could get a little bit too aggressive and get himself in trouble. And I also don't know. It's hard to sit here and picture and see him going up and passing, the guys who are highlighted in blue, or even Chase Elliott. I think he might stall out, behind them. And if you're paying all that money, unless he's like a slam dunk place differential play, you really want the ability or the upside of drivers who have the ability to get out there and pick you Dominator points up, whether it's through fast laps or whether it's through laps led. I think, like I said, I think Reddick can pick up the fast laps. I just don't know if he can pick up the laps led, where I know, Gragson, Gibbs, Allgaier, and Berry, have the ability to do both of those things. So if you're paying up for them, it's going to be hard to get some of these drivers in the middle, or you could try to go a little bit more of a balanced lineup approach. If you are going a little bit more of a balanced lineup approach, like Ryan Truex a lot in the 18 car, doesn't have, necessarily the most experience, or, isn't thought of as necessarily the best driver, but hey, it's still a JGR car for $9,000. Same with Brandon Jones. I think Brandon Jones is underpriced. You never really know when Brandon Jones is going to show up and run well. But I think he gives you a lot of value. Austin Hill is severely underpriced. We've seen him run really well this season. I think he gives you a lot of value. He's really easy to pair with two of the top, two of the 10K drivers up top. Same with Ryan Sieg, Landon Castle. There's a lot of good value plays, I feel like, in kind of the middle of the slate, especially if you're going a little bit more of a balanced lineup approach. So if you plug in two of those 10K guys and you nail the Dominators, I think you can get a lot of value of hitting the 8K and the 7K range. Or, if you go a little bit more top heavy, you're going to have to come down to some of these pump plays. Not really too high on anyone in the 6K range originally. Like I said, this could change after practice and qualifying is done. A lot of punt plays I think are viable this weekend. Normally, when it comes to punt plays, I said this in the truck series video, but normally it's just like, hey, plug in the guy who starts deep in the field who can't really hurt you, and maybe through pure attrition and wrecks, he starts 34th and finishes 25th. It's kind of like a best case scenario. Or you can get a little bit more aggressive with potentially playing like a Josh Bilicki or a Tommy Joe Martins, who might qualify maybe like 20th or 21st, 22nd. So it's a little bit riskier if they do have an issue, but at least they have the finishing potential and the equipment to get up there and actually fight for like a top 18, maybe even a top 15 if they have a really good day. So kind of two different ways you can go with punts, but you can see the guys that initially we've highlighted that we are kind of interested in. So really quick video. They practice and qualify right before the truck race on Friday. So we'll get the spreadsheet filled out. We'll get a picks video recorded. It'll probably be sometime after the truck series is done. We'll get it up on YouTube. And usually we post these spreadsheets the day of the race. So we'll be posting this one on Saturday morning. You can get access to it over on Fast Cars FM. Any questions or comments, drop them in the comments below or hit us up on Twitter.